Hey y'all, what's up? You are tuned in to another episode of Rumorvilletv. If this is your first time joining us or you are a returning resident, that means you're subscribed. Hint, hint. Smash the hell out that like button and let's get into this shit. Okay, so this is my commentary on Tamika's YouTube video. Okay, so we all know what's going on between LaTocha and Tamika Scott. Child, Tamika came through with the big boy receipts. And this is what we've been needing because, like I said before, Tamika lied on Kandi, saying that she slept with Jermaine Dupri daddy back in the day. So, yeah, we needed these receipts. So let's get into it. First I want to say, clap it up. Don't mind my nails. Clap it up for Tamika, okay? Because she came through like a big grown-ass woman, okay? She did not stutter step. She didn't shy away from nothing. She stood in her truth. She said that she lied. I'm looking at my notes. She said that she lied on Kandi. And she said she is so grateful that Kandi forgave her. And she apologized publicly because she knew she was wrong. She said she did it to protect her sister, to have her sister's back. And now, after she did that, after she lied to protect her sister, to have her sister's back, you gonna throw it in my face and use that as she lied. What? Gaslighting 101. Hurt people. Okay? She said she does not want an apology from her sister. She wants her sister to repent. My God. So this threatening text message is that's wild. And I'm gonna post it right here. I'm sure we've all seen it. But in this threatening text message, it's a lot of things. It's some things from that he said from Tasha K's interview here. Like, oh, it's gonna be talked about how Tamika sent me nudes and Todd was transgenders. Yeah. Ain't nobody talking about that. Nobody's talking about that because that tea doesn't exist. That's some tea Rocky done made up. Allegedly. Child. Anyway, so Tiny's mama, Miss Diane, thank God for Miss Diane, she explains how this all began. So she found out about Sound Exchange. She signed the girls up. She had everybody's information. She's the one that signed everybody up. So she knows for sure that she had Tamika's money being sent to her in New York, not Georgia. Okay. Now, Miss Diane and Tiny both, they are so Atlanta. Okay? Like, it's so Atlanta. I can't give the Atlanta accent, but it's very much Atlanta. And every time I hear them talk, it's giving Tip somewhere. Like, it sounds like Tip. It's crazy. Tiny's mama's so sweet. She says she loves everybody in the group. She loves LaTocha. She said, they were her babies. So she explains that she filled out the forms with SoundCloud, and basically when Tamika realized that she wasn't getting her money, she reached out to SoundCloud, and they're like, okay, well, this is the address that we have. And they sent her the receipts that she has showing proof that those forms it's the same handwriting in those forms, both Tamika and LaTocha's forms. How is it the same handwriting? Okay, that's off. That's the first problem that we got here. Because it would have been easy to just pin all of this bullshit on Rocky and just say, oh, he just did this and da 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 da. But whose handwriting is that? Because that's your handwriting on your form. That's what it looks like. It's looking like it's your handwriting. Okay, that's interesting. So Tamika makes it clear that it was actually more than $30,000. She's just saying that $30,000 because she said she was being nice. But she paid taxes on that money too. And she kept that money from her husband. Like, just think about that. She was more embarrassed and hurt that this happened that she didn't even want to talk to her husband about it. Damn. So here's the other part that I found interesting. In that threatening text message, it's like, if you don't apologize, we're gonna release your ex tape, basically. What's crazy about that is, okay, so Tamika does admit, like I said, she stepped into her big girl moment. She's definitely in her big girl mode, okay? She said, yes, she had a ex tape. She made it when she was younger. She was in her 20s, and she wanted to keep it because she liked the way she looked in it, and she liked to look at herself, okay? Regardless of why she wanted to keep it, she gave it to her sister. Child, you could have gave it to literally, you could have probably gave it to literally anybody else, child. Anybody else at this point. But that's your sister, so I get that. Couldn't be me. I would never do that. Actually, yes, I would. Because I can trust my sisters. I could trust my sisters with something like that. But if one of my sisters came to me and was like, here, can you hold my ex tape for me? Okay, sure. But I'm not sitting back watching it. And I'm damn sure not sitting back watching it with my man. It's giving single white female. It's giving you want her life. It's giving, sis, you need some therapy. Tasha, you need some girl. Tasha, you need some fucking therapy, sis. You watched your sister's sex tape? And if you didn't, your husband did. Are there any red flags going off for you now, sis? Okay. But Tamika, standing in her big girl shit, she calls their bluff, says release the tape. Yeah, I'm gonna be embarrassed about it, but it's gonna look even worse on you with your gospel album. Okay? I said, well, my God. So then she also touches on the gospel deal. So she says, yes, their old management presented them with a gospel deal from Motown Gospel. Okay. Tamika demanded that they split the royalties down the middle for not just getting paid, but creatively and writing and just everything. It will be a full partnership. That's what Tamika was asking for, a complete and full partnership. And she says Tasha went off saying, I'm the singer in this family. Girl, y'all been in a whole group since y'all was teenagers. What are you talking about? You're the singer in the family. Girl. So after Tamika basically was like, if we not, if it's not half, baby, that's what I'm looking for. If it's not half, baby, we ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. And so she said, LaTocha never brought it up again. Now she praising Rocky for getting her this deal, when clearly in the email, it's looking like what Tamika is saying is true. The email looks clearly coming from their previous management. It's weird. Okay, like Tamika was like, LaTocha, she just praises Rocky like he's some god or something. It's kind of sickening, like for real. And I don't know what else he does. He claims that, he manages all these, or has managed before, these big time names. And on the Tasha K call, when he was on the phone with her, he was calling out, oh yeah, I was working with Michael Jackson and R. Kelly and Britney Spears. That's your claim to fame. R. Kelly is in prison for the rest of his life. Michael Jackson, God bless the dead, is gone for allegedly abusing his medicine. And Britney Spears was in a conservatorship for most of her life at this point. That's your claim? It's crazy. But it's definitely giving single white female, especially with randomly Tamika's pictures being moved off of like the details, the show details, when you look at like who's on the show. It's weird that that Tasha's face is now under under Tamika's name. That's weird. Like, it's like you almost want to be her. What's wrong with you? Anyway, now the same threats that's in that threatening text message that we're gonna allegedly say Rocky is sending. Those same threats about they're gonna expose the X tape and Todd and the transgender and Tiny being in trouble. All that was said on the call with Tasha K. So it's interesting how now that is being put into threatening text messages. It's weird, and it's given that all those accusations are coming from the same person. Tamika also got into some more tea. She is accusing Rocky of pretending to be her ex-husband and getting into her cell phone account. Now what for? I don't know. I don't know if maybe that's the pictures that he's talking about. Maybe that's how he got them. I don't know. But it's weird that those things that he's being accused or allegedly have done those things. And he is talking to Tasha K about how it's a federal case going on and with the side piece. And she's a stalker and she hacked his phone and her family are all criminals and all this other stuff about her. She's been on divorce court twice and you should really check into her. She's only 36 and like, you know a lot about somebody who is allegedly stalking you and you ain't sleeping with. You told on yourself. You know too much about her for you to just be getting stalked by her and you don't know her personally. It's weird. You're weird and you're a liar. That's what it says. Child, LaTocha's album is called Conversations with God. Where are we having these conversations, Tasha? Because it's feeling a little bit like you trying to find a motive. Locked up, because that's where you would be having the conversations at if it was up to me. In a cell. Conversations with God from the cell. You and your husband. Because y'all off. Good and off and wrong. And you wrong. Ooh, child. Tamika also brings up when LaTocha said they were sisters, but not by choice. Ooh, that's hurtful. That is hurtful. Of course, y'all not sisters by choice. Nobody chooses their sister. But damn. That's a backhanded compliment. Which goes back to what I said. Hurt people hurt people. So when you've been in a situation like a toxic situation with a narcissistic person, the things that they do to you, the gaslighting, the love bombing, the manipulation, those things, you turn around and do to others because you're being taught this behavior. So then she turns around and does those things to her sister. That's why, Tamika foolishly let her sister hold the sex tape in her safe. Tamika come back to get the X tape, and Tasha like, oh, it was stolen out the safe. Well, damn, sis, who got access to your safe? Oh, just me and Rocky. Well, who the hell stole my sex tape then? What? Girl, it's giving you need your ass beat real bad. Girl, you lucky Tamika is your sister. You real lucky Tamika is your sister. Because it's a lot of sisters out here that would have whooped your motherfucking ass. Yeah. And Big Glow, you wrong too. Because I got a feeling you knew something about this money. It's giving you knew something about this money too. It's really giving that. Talking about Tamika jealous of her. Of what? Of what? Them tired runs? I'm just playing. Tasha can sing. I don't think her runs are tired. But seriously, it's really giving single white female, sis. You need to seek help. Like conversations with God, yes, definitely talk to God. Talk to the Lord. But when you get out your prayer closet, sis, you need to be on your way to the nearest therapist office immediately. So Tasha K went live yesterday, and she talked about how there was a woman in her DMs, and the woman says that, her and Rocky have been dealing with each other for a year or two through the DMs. They've never met in person, but when all this stuff started coming out about his mistress, her family was telling her, just walk away, leave it alone. So she reached out to him, asked him to get her an apartment. Now, this is all alleged, okay? Tasha K said the woman showed her the last page of a lease, but it looked like it had been altered or faked somehow. Maybe like an email generator or something like that. It didn't look like a typical Gmail email, which is what it was claiming to be. Whatever. So Tasha said it was very recent, like March 21st is what it was signed. But it was signed like Edward or Eddie Bivens. And Tasha was like, I don't think this is real. I think I'm being set up for the okie doke here. Because why are you only sending me the signature page? Now, mind you, this came out the same day that LaTocha, she was sent this information literally earlier that day. So it's almost like you wanted Tasha K to put out the receipts from this alleged girl, woman, whomever, with an alleged signature to almost go against Tamika, so that you could say, oh, well, Tamika's like just to give some just to discredit Tamika. But I think Rocky is slow, because if Rocky is behind that, think about what that says. That says that you're discrediting the alleged accusation that you manipulated and swindled $30,000 from your sister-in-law, but you got an apartment for an alleged woman that you're not sleeping with, but you've been talking to for a year or two. It's given that you and your wife have an open relationship, and she knows what your ass is out here doing, and she don't care. That's what it gives. Because you more worried about this $30,000 accusation than you are about your wife knowing that you allegedly got an apartment for some woman that you don't even know. What? It doesn't make sense. The math is not mathing. It's like, because I don't know. For me, this is just me. I would be more afraid of the person that I lay in bed next to every night and got access to all my business and to my person. I would be more worried about that. But, well, okay, whatever. Tasha K also says that the receipts will be on TashaKLive.com. That's her app. And Tasha K also says that allegedly the side chick Unique was paying Rocky and Tasha's American Express bill, child. So they ain't got no money. That's what Tasha K said. I ain't say that. All right. Also, Tasha K said she got another DM about the side chick Unique and her family, and the feds, watching her family, because all her family is criminals. Again, that information came from Rocky in that phone call. So it's like, you're giving me the same, it's like you want to give the same information because you want to create you want to give credibility to your lies, but you're the only person saying them. So it's not giving credibility. It's actually giving, you're lying. And here's the proof. Like, what the hell? Child. This whole story is crazy, and wild, and fucked up. Conversations with God. Sis, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not listening to not one note of this album, child. First of all, instead of going to all these radio stations with this narrative that, oh, my sister's lying, instead of doing that, you should have been going to the radio stations with the narrative of, me and my sister have some family issues going on. You know, it came out in the show that, you know, me and my husband, you know, we cashed some checks, or, you know, we were going on hard times. I really needed the money. Like, I don't know how you gonna spend that you stole that money, but you need to spend, you should have spent that you took that money from your sister, and how God helped you heal from that. How God is bringing you and your sister back together. Now, see, though that is a narrative that will bring the Christian community to you, but scandal sends the Christian community away from you. You went on this press tour calling your sister a liar, you know, doubling down on what you're saying, that it didn't happen. And there's proof that it did. Did you think that she didn't have the proof? Did you think that after all the shit that you have done to your sister and to your group, did you really think that she was not going to come through with the receipts? She was just going to allow you to publicly call her a liar? What did you think she was going to do? It's like y'all not thinking over there. Like, I know Kandi said Rocky was your brain, but pick your brain up. I don't know where it's at, but pick it up and put it back on your head, because that nigga there gonna have you in a cell. Locked up, they won't let you out. That's how it's gonna be, Tasha. You should call your sister and you should apologize. You ain't gotta apologize to us, because see, in about a week, we're gonna be talking about somebody else. But your sister, you need to go ahead and apologize to her. Because this is getting crazy. Because, like, why is you looking at your sister's sex tapes? Why is your husband? Why does your husband even think, like, I know you're not responsible for what your husband does, but sis, you know your husband out there doing some wild shit to your sister, and you know you're wrong. And the fact that your mama is even standing behind you in your foolishness, because that's exactly what the hell it is. It's foolish. You playing with fire, because what? You playing with fire, and you are, again, like I said on that Scooby-Doo show, when at the end of it, they were like, I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for these meddling kids. And they take the mask off and they be the person. Baby, the mask is off and it's you and Rocky, Tasha. That's who the fuck it is. That's whose fault this is. You and Rocky. Tasha gives me, like, it's not even, you know how some people, like, want you to do good, they just don't want you to do better than them? It don't even give that. You know what it gives with Tasha? She doesn't yet know who she is, and so she's just going with the flow. Anybody that has something that it looks successful, she's just hopping on that bandwagon. So with Kandi, Kandi, I don't know who wants to do a debut album first, but what I do know is, allegedly, according to Kandi, when the group broke up the first time, they made Kandi sign a member leave notice. So basically, she was left the group, like legally left the group. Where the hell is LaTocha's notice? Cause see, y'all, all three y'all, Tiny, Tamika, and Tasha, y'all, if I was Kandi, y'all would all have me fucked up, because I would have been sent that notice to sis. Sis would have been had that notice. I don't give a fuck if you came up with a name or not. Bye. I mean it. This the second time. Just like Kandi said, when you get your solo stuff situated and it seems like it's a solid foundation, then you just give xscape your ass to Kiss. And any other time, they're just your fall ghost, your background. No. Child, the radio press tour that she went on, it should have been God changed my life, and I did something horrible to my sister, and God is dealing with me, and that's what this album is about. So if you struggling in something, go stream my album, because it's gonna help you get through whatever you're going through, because it's helping me. That's what the press tour should have been about. Not my sister's lying on me and I ain't did nothing wrong. Because girl, you knew that there was some proof, didn't you? You didn't know? So what Kandi said about Rocky being in your brain was true. Because it's really giving you about slow. And the record label, you know, they probably like really in their feels, because your album comes out in about a week. In the midst of this news, who buying that album? Because I'm not. Who listening? I'm not. Show ain't. Now, the only thing, Funky Dineva said, the only thing that they could do at this point, Rocky and Tasha, is to sue Tamika. If what you saying is true and you ain't do nothing wrong, and these receipts ain't receipting, then sue her. The only problem with that is, I mean, it's all gonna come out in the wash. In discovery, they gonna find out who's lying and who's not. Because Rocky trying to say that it was just a big mix-up. Tamika was getting LaTocha's money and LaTocha was getting Tamika's money. It's almost like he was coming up with an excuse for when this proof came out. That's what it's almost giving. Tasha need her ass whooped. Show need her ass whooped. You need to apologize to your sister, Tasha. You need to call her and apologize to your sister. Tasha, girl, you was a co-defendant. You was a whole co-defendant. Child. I can fucking not. Either way, it's all gonna come out in the wash. And if what don't come out in the wash, child, gonna come out in the rinse. I can't wait to see the next few episodes of SWV and Xscape, because they said the next few episodes you're gonna see what they mean when Kandi calls Rocky slimy. Child, I'm ready to see it, because based off what happened with Nikki Gilbert's husband and Rocky, anyway, he seems like he that type. I mean, just saying. And y'all see how happy he was when she signed the deal and got, the Motown deal. I don't know. It's giving Kendu and Mary J. Blige to me. It's weird, especially because he ain't doing a good job, and you can't see it. You can't even see it. You couldn't even fire him if you wanted to. Girl. Go lay on your face and have your conversations with God. And when you get up, go seek therapy. You need help. And I ain't saying you need to leave your husband, but you need to leave your husband. Because that man, girl, your man, y'all finna be locked up. Because if you sue Tamika like Funky Dineva told you to do, if you sue Tamika, if y'all sue Tamika, you go locked up. That's how it's gonna be. You're gonna be in a cell, sis. Is orange your color? I don't know, but orange is not the new black for me, child. I can't. I am not. No, ma'am. Anyway, if you like my commentary, smash that like button and subscribe so that every time I upload, you can be notified and you can meet me where? Right here in Rumorville, baby. And before you know it, we're going to be the best of friends. Until next time.